Venice, a floating masterpiece of marble and water. A city that has stood for more than 1,500 years, built where no city should survive. Waves crash against its ancient walls, salt eats away its bricks, and the very ground beneath it sinks millimeter by millimeter each year. And yet, it still stands. This is the impossible engineering of Venice, and the story of how human ingenuity defied nature itself. Long before skyscrapers and steel, the people of Venice faced a unique challenge. Their land wasn't land at all. Just 118 tiny muddy islands in a shallow lagoon. No solid rock, no firm soil, just wet, shifting marshes. Most people would leave. Venetians stayed. Why? Because here, they were safe from invaders. Armies couldn't march through water. The lagoon was their fortress. But safety came at a price. They had to figure out how to build a city on quicksand. Their solution was nothing short of genius. They cut millions of tree trunks, alder, oak, and larch, from forests across Europe, floated them into Venice, and drove them deep into the lagoon floor. Normally, wood rots in just decades. But here, submerged in oxygen-free mud, it didn't decay. Instead, minerals from the water slowly turned it into stone-like fossil wood. On top of these piles, they placed massive stone platforms. And on those platforms, the city of Venice began to rise. From the water, it looks like the palaces and churches float magically above the waves. But in reality, they are anchored on a forest of wooden stilts hidden below the surface. It's like an upside-down city. More structure exists below the water than above it. Instead of streets, Venice has more than 150 canals. These weren't just for romance, they were the city's lifelines used to move food, goods, and people. Twice a day, tides from the Adriatic Sea sweep through, flushing out waste and silt. But this also means Venice lives at the mercy of the sea. Every winter, when the moon and winds align, Venice floods. They call it acqua alta, high water. For centuries, Venetians waded through knee-deep water, building raised walkways to survive. But in the 21st century, flooding became worse than ever. The city was drowning. So engineers created MOSE, a $6 billion system of 78 giant floodgates at the lagoon's inlets. When water levels threaten to rise above 110 centimeters, the gates rise from the seabed, blocking the tide and saving the city. In 2020, for the first time, MOSE closed, and Venice stayed dry during a massive storm. Salt water is Venice's slow poison. It seeps into the bricks, crystallizing and breaking them apart. Walls crumble, floors weaken, and priceless art is at risk. Restoration never stops here. Craftsmen use special lime plasters to seal buildings, scraping away salt bloom before it destroys centuries-old stone. Venice's survival is no accident. It's constant work, dredging canals, repairing piles, restoring facades, and upgrading defenses.